Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to the Full Throttle YouTube and Facebook page, as it is Chris and Josh Kiwis in the booth here. As we pull off the sheets, we pull back the covers and unveil these beautiful, beautiful new Full Throttle Next Gen machines. As you're going to see some great schemes, some great looking cars, the Ford Mustang, the Chevy Camaro, and that Toyota Camry. You see that number 9 of Colin Forster. He's going to set the initial pole position lap. Nick Cannon going to take that. Now Jimmy Green going to take that. These names are just going up everywhere. Charles Grick going to currently put himself in second. He's on the board with that pole position runner of Jimmy Green. Now back to Charles Grick. As a 30.92 is what Jimmy Green ran. 31.0 what Charles Grick ran. These cars sound absolutely beautiful. Shot on board with that 51. Bradley Wilson. That's a man that sounds pretty familiar, Chris. You know, maybe one.
Yeah, you are correct. He is the last season winner of the Cup Series, so he's going to be on the battle to protect that Cup Series this season. So we're going to see him duke it out with these guys. Let's see where he sets this time now. Doesn't look like he's going to better that second lap. Just like you
look
said.
At that, James Morgan, that 43 machine, Chris. He's going to set himself in first place. Looks like he's just going to straight hop off the track. That sounds like a new name. It looks like we got a couple new names in the next gen cars, which is good to see. The league bringing in some new guys. As you're going to see Jonathan Coombs setting in second place, man. Coombs, another one of those drivers, Chris. At the start of the Full Throttle season last year, Coombs was one of those guys. He was consistent. He had good speed, but he just wasn't able to really, you never saw him with those killer runs. But man, here in the Truck Series and here in the Next Gen Series, it seems like he's already off to a good start, running a good fast lap. We're almost got everybody ready, done qualifying. Man, this qualifying's going by so fast because we got so many cars out at once. Usually they're taking their sweet little precious time just one by one, but yeah, they're out there ready to go, man. Looks like they're just as excited as we are for this next gen race.
Yeah, as we'd like to thank North Carolina 811.org for coming on with the Full Throttle Series. They're going to be the partners for the Next Gen Cup Series this season, so it's good to have them on board as well.
And big hats off to you guys. Thank you for coming on board with this Full Throttle Next Gen Cup Series. You make it more available for us to do it. We appreciate that, and love the partners, man. Love the friendships and all that you do at game. Just through some virtual race cars, man. Like we say, the virtual race cars might be, they might be virtual at that, but hey, this racing's real. And the partnerships and friendships, the teammates, everything, it goes a long way, man. You meet a lot of great people on this platform and can make some great connections, and that's what we love. Just glad that the NC 811 Digger 140, it's getting close to going green, Chris.
Yeah, we're going to be setting up for these next gen cars. It's going to be a lot of fun. Haven't actually watched a lot of the next gen racing, so it's going to be a lot of fun to actually get to sit down and watch these cars. We do know that they're a lot of fun to drive. They're a little easier to drive, but once you get the tires start wearing down, they become a handful, and they're not too well in pack racing either, as I've been hearing.
Yeah, as I've been hearing, but we'll see how it sets up here. As this is open setups here tonight. Another new thing here in the Cup Series, open setups, baby. That is what we like to hear. Right? Correct. We did go to open setups this season. Okay, sorry. It's been a long little break here. Feels like we haven't called Full Throttle in forever, but hey, the Sunday nights are back. We can't be more excited to bring you this action. And it looks like here in his first time qualifying in the Full Throttle Next Gen cars, I want to say for his first time in the league, James Morgan, he's going to put himself on the pole position. So a good little first impersonation from that 43 machine, who last season was drove by Patrick Ginter, but it looks like he is going to step into that 43 machine and take over, as we'll see your qualifying field as they are getting gridded up, Chris. You want to go on board with our lead car here and get ready to go through this qualifying grid here for the Full Throttle NC 811 Digger 140. All right, and it looks like, yeah, we'll just wait 1 second. Let a couple of these cars spawn in for a second. As, yeah, we'll go ahead and run through some track information here tonight. As here, it is going to be partly cloudy, 77 tonight, with a track temperature of 79 degrees, winds north 2 miles an hour. It's not really going to have to worry about those, as it looks like we're starting to get more of those top 5, top 10 cars gridded up, Chris, if you want to go ahead and get ready here for this qualifying grid at Chicagoland. as sitting on that pole position for his first time this season. It's going to be that number 43 of James Morgan, that Dodge Charger, like a next-gen car. That looks good. You know, a lot of those front fascia skins like that. Okay, so go on to that number 48, AJ Green. Looks like he has found himself a ride in that Hendricks 48. He is going to line up P2 here tonight with Joshua Abbey in that P3 spot, lining up in that number 5 in P3. Then it's going to be Jonathan Goombs in that O2 machine. He is going to be lining up P4 with Bradley Wilson, the G unit, lining up P5, last year's champion. Let's see if he can get some of that success going early here. Then it's going to be Colin Forrester in that number 9 machine. He lining up P6 with Nick Cannon, that number 20, lining up P7. Austin Gee, who is currently not spawned in yet, he is lined up in that P8 spot with Lance Hill in P9. Dan Gallant is going to be rounding out your top 10 in that 10th position. Then it's going to be Matthew Fitz in that colorful number 2 machine, lining up in that 11th position with David Salter in that UPS 88. Or no, that's not UPS. That's an 811. Oh, he got me. I just saw the scheme earlier, and there we go. That 811 NC car is going to be lining up P12. And then that Ed Bauer 82 machine going to be lining up P13 with Jimmy Green in P14. Logan Rhodes P15 with Josh Carver in P16. Chad Hitchcock in that 17th spot with Ryan Sword in 18th. Then it's going to be Charles Gurick. If you want to take it from here, Chris, they're all out of sorts.
Yeah, you've got Charles Gurick in that in that 20 position with Patrick Ginter in 21st. You got Tyler McIntosh in 22nd with Shane Weldon in 23rd. Robbie Bison 24th with Adam McKinney in 25th. Stan Mayberry in 26th with Michael Lester Sr. in 27th. And Nathan Nickel is in 28th, and he is going to round out your field.
All right, well, we had our little season break. These drivers got to recuperate, some switching numbers, some switching manufacturers, some switching teams, some staying where they're at. We got some new faces in the field. James Morgan going to bring that Richard Petty Motorsports number 43 through turn number 3 and 4. I'm going to assume that's Richard Petty 43. If not, do apologize. It looks like he does have a team name on the back of that, so I do apologize. I haven't seen these schemes up close and personal. New season, new faces, going to have to get used to not calling some of these numbers the way they are. But Chris, if you look at that iRacing pace car lights off 2x2, and he's going to make that hard left turn. And here we go. This NC 811 a Digger 140 is green, 180, green is that 43 machine. 48 going to get off to a good start. AJ Green rolling on that outside lane. Is that inside lane stacked up hard? And here they come rolling. Those next-gen cars sound beautiful. Hauling it off into turn number 1 here as they roll into turn number 2, going probably up into 5th gear, man. Something you're probably not used to hearing in a stock car. 5th gear as they are going to be rolling here. Those, that just sounds beautiful, Chris. Look at that, 5th gear, baby. Woo! The lead lap, one of the inaugural next-gen full throttle season. It's going to be that 43 of James Morgan, 3 wide behind him, as you got the 51 of Bradley Wilson. Man, I'm going to have to learn some of these cars. That's going to be the 20 of Nick Cannon, the 9 of Colin Forster on that outside lane with the 02 of Jonathan Coombs. They are rolling 3 wide still down the back straightaway here at Chicagoland, as it is going to be action door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel, as they are rolling here. These next-gen cars, hey, man, they're hard to follow in traffic. Doesn't like to me. These guys are getting down. They're getting dirty, and they are elbows out here early. Lap number 2, and they are wanting to make an impression early here.
Yeah, you see a lot of shuffling up going back here in the back of the pack. A lot of these cars trying to figure out where they're wanting to go. A lot of these drivers might not be used to the setups, how they run in the air and everything. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys handle these new cars.
Indeed, that is going to be interesting, Chris, as you're right on board with that number 48 right now, AJ Green, who's going for that pass for the lead. Got the number 5, that Josh Abbey machine, right behind that 43 with the 02 of Jonathan Coombs. And that number 02 Chevy Camaro trying to follow as they're going to go to that inside lane here. It looks like they're going to go 2 wide here as that apron is available. They use it down there for that part of the racetrack. And here we go. It's going to be a race for the lead here. AJ Green going to take that first position into turn number 1. We'll see if he makes it stick on that bottom lane. That's coming out of turn number 2. It's going to be that 43 and that 5 of Josh Abbey pulling up to that outside lane and really starting to work together down the back straightaway. And it's going to be that 43 back in the lead for the moment. But we'll see if that 48 is able to open it back up here. As look at that, 3 wide into turn number 4. As you got a big stack up right there. The 2 of Matthew Fitz, I want to say that is, with the 20 of Nick Cannon. Oh, 4 wide here as the 89.
Oh,
that's Dan DeLunt. He's going to be sticking it up in there. 20 contact. And we're wrecking early here. As big stack up in the field, and they're wrecking all over.
It looks like the 23 of Jimmy Green. Oh, just a lot of cars going around the 44 there. So you saw that too with Matthew Fitz in that Sparkle Unicorn Ford Mustang just get tore up there, got slammed up into the wall. We'll go back and actually see what started, which we did see. It was the 4 wide.
Yeah, it looked like the 89 of Dan Gallant just took that run, Chris, and then everybody else behind got stacked up when the 2 got put up into the wall. If we want to go back here, as we're going to do that blockbuster rewind before you send back, as you see the 89 just came in really hard. Door banged with that 20 of Nick Cannon.
Yeah, that 4 wide is definitely not a position you want to be in going into this turn, and you see Nick Cannon just getting into that car right there. And then you see
Good
Matthew
contact
Fitz.
with that outside wall, yeah. And then you see the field coming through here. They get stacked up. That 23 machine goes down on top of that 22, it looks like. That's going to bump him into Robbie Bice. And then it's just going to be all mayhem after that. First caution here of the season, Chris. And it's not a good one. A couple good cars taken out here early.
Yeah, that 28 of Robbie Bice, you see him going up into the wall now. You see
look at the 23, the 2 making contact.
Yeah, and then you see here he comes down. You got the 44 there getting into it as well. So a lot of cars getting taken out, and then you see that that Tide car there. Sorry, don't know the numbers yet. So a lot of chaos going on.
Yeah, chaos indeed, as it looks like that's going to open pit road for the guys that did get in that wreck indeed. As you're going to see, looks like the 94 of Ryan Sword, a couple guys that maybe didn't take damage just coming down pit road here to get some strategy rolling here early. As do we have fast repairs this season, Chris?
I do not think so.
We didn't have one last year, did we?
No, we didn't.
Okay, I was about to say. Leagues mixed up, my bad.
Yeah, so it looks like Patrick Inger, Ryan Sword, Michael Lester, Matthew Fitz, Jimmy Green, Chad Hitchcock, Daniel Ship, Charles Garrett, Stan Mayberry, Shane Weldon, and Robbie Bice all down pit lane. As you saw Robbie Bice and that 23 of Jimmy Green getting mixed up there. So, yeah, Robbie Bice is going to have to take a little bit of damage repair there. You see him still sitting on pit lane, so unfortunate for that 28 811 dig car.
Yeah, we know Robbie Bice been very excited for these next-gen cars. Unfortunately for him, caught up in the stuff here early, but that was the product of that 4 wide race, and we saw as necessarily not the 4 wide that got the wreck started, but that checkup did get that 2 of Matthew Fitz into the wall. So I guess you could technically say a wreck did start from there if you want to consider a car on the wall a wreck, but that did check up everybody else, got everybody all out of sorts, and yeah, just made that made it come around, man. And that's just unfortunately what happens here at a track like Chicagoland when you're that aggressive early here at lap number 5. Things do happen like that, but hey, we still got a lot of cars out there on the track. We got some guys that are ready to get it back rolling here as the pace lights are off. James Morgan, AJ Green going to bring this field back to green like it's the start of the race, as those are your original 1 and 2 qualifiers, and they are going to bring the field out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And we will get ready to go green here just in a moment.
Yeah, it does look like most of the cars that were in that accident did get out of pit lane. I do see Robbie Bice still sitting on pit lane, so that is unfortunate for that 28 machine. But he should be able, if it didn't hurt the engine, he should be able to get some damage repair, maybe get go a couple of laps down, but be able to get back out on the track.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does happen here. New cars, people are getting used to the way these things race. Maybe that's a move in a Gen 6 car. You think, oh, I can make that stick. And then this car, maybe just a little bit different handling model. You know, could have gotten some dirty air on that race car, and it just made it get tight, loose, whatever happened inside that 89 machine. Other than that, it's just a live and learn, man. It's the experience. These guys aren't going to learn what not to do unless they do it. And that's the fun of a new car, is James Morgan's going to have the field in his hands. And there comes that green flag as that inside lane gets a little checked up there, outside lane, a little bit out of sorts. But we are back here rolling. We got James Morgan going to put himself up in front of AJ Green, rolling here into turn at number 1.
Yeah, it looks like that 43 car's got a really good jump off the line. That 48 of AJ Green's going to tuck in behind him, but you see that 2 of Justin Coons, or Jonathan Coons, excuse me. He's hanging onto that back bumper, so we're going to see if that 02 can get up there. And as I say it, he's starting to make a move on the inside of that 48. Let's see.
And not a Colin Force are going to cut the nose of that 51 of Bradley Wilson there coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, I was about
to say. Is that 51 going to go to the apron, go behind that 02 of Jonathan Coons now, as they're going to try to work together just a little bit here. That not a Colin Force now rolling to that outside lane, linked up with his Hendrick teammate in that 48 machine. So we'll see how him and AJ Green decide to work together here. Big little check up there on the inside lane. As that outside lane's rolling, 51 of Bradley Wilson now going to shoot himself to the outside lane in front of Josh Abbey. AJ Green going to go to the lead. We're getting more racy here, 2x2 racing, coming out of turn number 4 here at Chicagoland, 3 wide here for just a moment. as they are rolling that 1, that 5, and here comes that number 8. And that 3 of Josh Carver, as they are 2x2 back there, 2x2 up here, 2x2 everywhere. You get too wide, you get too wide, and hey, everybody gets too wide. We're racing here at Chicagoland early.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of these drivers are still trying to figure out the package that they have. You know, you can get you can get on practice and mess around with a couple of guys driving, but whenever you've got 15, 16 cars in front of you, it's really hard to judge how that's going to be. So a lot of these guys are still trying to get it figured out.
We almost saw contact in the back of the field. I'm not sure who that was. I saw the number, but I just can't. Looked like the 82 machine and that 89. That's what it was. Dan Gallant looked like that 82 of Ed DeBauer. Almost made contact coming out of turn number 4, but we go back up here for the race for the lead. 2x2. Looks like a car getting loose out of turn number 2, but they're going to gather it back up. That would be the 8 of Logan Rhodes. As the 3 of Josh Carver's going to pull up. We're going to look at that 43 now, going from that outside to the bottom lane. We have a big stack up on this inside lane. That 20 of Nick Cannon was all over the back bumper of that 02 of Jonathan Coombs there for a minute. As those 2 teammates are going to try to work together and get their way up here to the lead.
Yeah, that 1 of Lance Hill cut that nose end off of Logan Rhodes, so that was definitely a jump scare there for Scrappy.
As one thing they really wanted to bring with this next-gen car, open the race cars up, man. Let them be able to race around each other a lot more. Bring that racing package closer. Bring that racing closer. Here's Chicagoland, man. 13 laps in, Chris. Oh, wreck! He not a Dan Gallant around. Ed DeBauer as well. And that was who made contact in turn number 2 earlier.
Oh, you see a big hit there from the 82. Oh, and that was just unfortunate there.
Not sure what happened with the 89. Looked like he just snapped loose coming out of quarter exit. It looked like he was battling a looseness apron there. He's loose on the inside of Josh Carver. And then, yeah, he probably got it snapped back up right here, and it just came around on corner exit right here.
Yeah, you
right there. Yeah, you see it just go back right.
Yeah, you saw him getting loose there going into the corner, and then, oh, the 82 just had nowhere to go. That's unfortunate there for Ed DeBauer.
Unfortunate indeed, man, and it's early season, man. Lap 13. That's unfortunate for Dan Gallant. I mean, that caution, hey, that was 100% on that 89 machine. I mean, he just got loose. But while we are under caution here, going to go ahead and snap over to a commercial break. Get a word from our sponsors and promoters.
When do you plan on putting in that new fence we've been talking about since last summer?
I guess I could start tomorrow.
Protect the ones you love and protect your buried utilities by contacting 811 before you dig, either by phone, the web, or the NC811 app. Know what's below before you dig. Visit nc811.org to learn more. If recent storms have caused damage to your property, contact 811 before you begin your cleanup. Buried utilities around uprooted trees can make a bad situation worse if those lines are not located before digging. Electric, natural gas, and internet lines are everywhere, and knowing where they are is the safest way to start any digging project. Call North Carolina 811 by dialing 811 or by using single address ticket on nc811.org or the NC811 app.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
And welcome back to the NC811 Digger 180. As we hope you are enjoying this next gen race here at lap number 16, man. It feels like we've been racing for a little bit longer, but hey, I looked down, I was like, hey, lap 16, awesome. Means we got a lot more action to go. If you were paying attention, though, during that caution break to the right side of your screen, in that side-by-side right there, and saw that a couple cars did come down pit road, as it looked like Bradley Wilson, Josh Abbey, Charles Garrett, James Morgan all decided to come down pit road, Shane Weldon Sr. as well under that caution period. So we have a couple guys taking cautions early. I know that I heard, I want to say it was AJ Green and James Morgan talking under that caution about a little bit of accidental door bang and contact. So maybe James Morgan coming down, just getting some precautionary damage repair, just to make sure that car is fully up to speed here early. He maybe just doesn't want to lose too much speed. So,
yes, it looks like in the Facebook chat, Dan Gallant said it snapped loose on him, and it was 100% him, that wreck.
oh yeah, that's just unfortunate, man. I mean, you know, that's just what happens, Dan. New car, man, new package, open setups, things happen like that, man. No harm, no foul. I mean, hey, I mean, yeah, you the race is over, but hey, you live to see another day, man, and you'll be out there digging next week. Good to hear from you, Dan, and unfortunate, man, that had to happen to you this early, but hey, you'll get it wrapped up, get it going next week, I'm pretty sure. All right, pace lights off. It's going to be that number 48, that number 9, the two Hendrick teammates with the Sparkle Unicorn guys behind them, Chris. This is going to be a fun little restart as Nick Cannon and that 0-2 of Jonathan Coombs. We know when those guys get linked up, man, they can be dangerous for those front runners.
Yeah, they
as
can't
that pace car going to skirt. Look at that 48 getting off to a big start here.
Yeah, that 48 getting out to a really good start. AJ Green maybe jumping it a little bit. You can. I want to say that the rules did say that the leader does get discretion, so he can jump it whenever he wants. But look at that. The 9 of Colin Forster diving it down on him, but Jonathan Coombs falling in right behind him. And like you were saying, Josh, that 20 and Nick Cannon get linked up with Jonathan Coombs. It's going to be trouble. It looks like he's going to take the outside lane. Maybe he's going to change his mind, tuck it back down to the inside. Yes, he is.
There comes that 9 of Colin Forster. That 48 just got big slow in that outside lane. Not sure what happened there. Maybe a little bit of something on entry. Not sure. As they're going to dive it here to the apron. Whoa, David Salter going to get a big off. He's going to wreck the 48.
No. 48 still got it. No.
Caution's out.
Yeah, so it looks like maybe that transition down to that bottom lane wasn't the best idea. He pulled it down, and it looks like maybe that 88 just had a little bit of a run there. And
he
bumped that 48.
As soon as he touched the 48, he instantly came over the radio and apologized. I mean, the 48 wasn't even wrecking yet, and the 88 was already saying sorry. As, the 48 said he didn't hit anybody else, so that 48 might get away with this. Gonna have to take that position loss. Did he hit that number 8 machine? Was Logan Rhodes caught up in that?
Hey, Josh, I just want to also point out that if you do notice, Josh Carver is driving the number 3 Dale Earnhardt Sr. skin in a Ford Mustang. Just want to point that out.
Come on, Carver.
Yeah, as you see there, the 48 is just going to pull down in front of the 88. That 88 is going to have a lot of speed coming up there, and he's just going to bump that 48. It's going to send the 48 down into the grass. We're going to see if he collects anybody else. I don't think he collected anybody else. Maybe the 8 there just bumping him. Maybe Logan Rhodes got a little
Robbie
bit of
Bice was just coming out of pit road. Also.
Yeah.
Man, you know how unfortunate that would have been if Robbie got taken out in that too? I mean, he just left pit road for his damage repairs. Good try, though, from the 48. Man,
Whoa.
I mean,
Woo.
yeah, it sounded like you heard a little bit of contact there, so he might have just got a touch from that 8 of Logan Rhodes. Yeah, definitely has some rear bumper damage, but other than that, pretty much good. As that is going to bring out the third caution here of the night. And David Salter going to be sitting in that 4th position after that contact. Just a big run, milliseconds at a time that you have to react. And maybe that 88 just not ready for that 48 to make that big move. I mean, but you never know what's going on inside that helmet, what they're seeing. So, unfortunately for him, that 48 making that move maybe came back to bite him. I don't know, not sure what did happen between those guys. We'll just call it a racing incident at this point. I'm not going to chalk it up to anything other than that. Like I said, I'm not the guy driving those race cars, so I'm not going to assume anything, and that was just some contact. Looks like it was just a big racing incident, and no malicious. We know Salter's not going to go out there and wreck the 48. We know how much respect all these guys do have for each other, so there's no way that, I'm pretty sure he wasn't going into the apron thinking, hey, I'm going to wreck this guy, watch this. So Like we said, no harm, foul, really, no harm, no foul, really. So 48's got a little bit of damage, lost a lot of places, but unfortunate for him. And Coombs just said, is it anyone else saying that it says that Shane Weldon Sr. is in first? And yes, SDK is showing me as Shane Weldon Sr. in first. Oh, and there he goes. He just dropped back.
And we've knocked out 22 laps here at the inaugural. Ooh, I can't talk.
Inaugural race at the same time.
Inaugural next gen race. That's what I was trying to say, and I just could not say it. Looks like it's been a really good race so far. We've had a lot of drivers up here battling for the lead. You know, we were talking about not too long ago, Josh, with a couple of drivers. A lot of the pack racing and a lot of stuff has just kind of died out. And once these cars get ahead, you get 1-2 cars with each other, they just take off and leave each other. Well, these next gen cars are proving otherwise. They are sticking with each other all over each other's back bumpers.
And we're seeing the runs come back to the leaders. I mean, so far it's looking good. We haven't gotten that long green flag run to really see how it wears in the equipment and how we're going to see the differences in these race cars, but we'll see. And Jonathan Coombs just came over the radio and said, all right, boys, let's get a long green flag run here. Unfortunate for Charles Garrick in that Wolfpack 76. Took damage early, and he's just been trying to claw his way back ever since. We know Charles is fast, man. I was very excited to see him in these next-gen cars.
Yeah, just got bitten by the bug early. Just one of those drivers involved in one of those early wrecks, just having to, like you said, just claw his way back.
Another driver here in the back, Bradley Wilson, the 43 of James Morgan. We know those drivers right there in the lead. Sorry about that. Was listening to a radio chat from the drivers. I get really focused when they start talking and I start listening to what they're chatting about, so I do apologize for that. But those iRacing pace car pace lights going to be off this time, Chris. At lap number 23 here, we are getting ready to go back green. It's going to be the 9 of Colin Forster, that 02 of a Jonathan Coombs. Bringing us back to green here at the NC 811 Digger 180. As that pace car going to hit that left turn. You see the tire smoke coming off of him. He's getting down there so hard. And also getting on it hard is going to be that 9. And look at that. We've already got a big run here from the number 1 of Lance Hills. It looks like Josh Carver didn't get on it all the way. As we are rolling here and green. That number 9 of Colin Forster, though, going to be out in the lead comfortably here. But we'll see how for how long. See if that draft does suck them back up here in turn 3. And it looks like they are already guarding the game position. Is the 0-2 of Jonathan Coombs. Going to Houdini down the back straightaway. And that 88 of David Salter. Going to go to the inside lane. And it goes that 20 of Nick Cannon. Going to go to that outside lane. As you see the 1 of Lance Hill now promoted himself up into that 3rd position. That Ally number 1 machine as coming out of turn number 4. Looks like we got a big stack up here in that inside lane for just a moment. That 88 of David Salter now going to peek to that outside. Is he going to go with Nick Cannon? As here 3 wide for just a split second. It looks like he is going to go. Oh, man. Almost contacting that 3 of Josh Carver's. That 0-2 of Jonathan McCombs, man. He is big blinking right now as he falls back through the field. Looks like we've got a big run coming from those guys towards a little bit of the backpack behind Josh Carver. They were starting to get a big run coming out of turn number 4. Excuse me, turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Is out of turn number 4. It looks like that 1 of Lance Hill going to put himself up into 2nd place. And look at that, 2 wide again behind him.
Yeah, it looks like David Salter's going to take that outside lane. He's going to drop back just a little bit. Was up there in 3rd place, but maybe that blinking of that 0-2 was just a little unsettling for him. Maybe he just wanted to assess it. It looks like he's on that door panel now. It looks like that 20 of Nick Cannon's going to tuck it in behind that 1 of Lance Hill. Going to see if he can get a run up to that back bumper and start making a move for that lead. As you look at that, Josh Carver moving his way up through the field.
It looks like they're already starting to come up on a lap car here. Not sure if that's Daniel Shipp, Ed Bauer, or Jimmy Green. I just saw a race car for a split second out in front of the camera. It looks like it might be Ed Bauer. And indeed it is that 82. Is that 82 going to go to that outside lane? As you see the field roll on by here, man, these next-gen cars still here on lap 27. Just giving me the heebie-jeebies when I hear them, man. They sound so good.
Yeah, too bad I can't hear them. I'm just listening to a quiet race. All I get to listen to is your voice. So it is, whoa, as you saw, yeah, 94 there, diving it down on that, that 3 front bumper there. That's someplace he does not want to be. He is in the middle of a unicorn sandwich.
Man, that is a good wrench car you are cutting off. Think about what you're doing.
Hey, but he
not only is it a good wrench car, it's on a Ford Mustang, so he is dedicated to hitting people. Look at that. That 3 machine going to get a big run here into turn number 4. He's going to go to that inside lane. Is that 02 and Jonathan Toombs going to go with him? No, it looks like that Sparkle Unicorn car going to cut off. Cautions out here at lap number 29. Not sure what for. It looks like James Morgan dropping through the standings, maybe. Does it look like there is some damage on that 43 machine? Ooh, 38 big checkup. Oh, good save. No. I was going to say maybe the 43 just went around, but the 38 still going to get out of it. Not too bad. Still not as bad as the 43 of James Morgan got it right there, but that's just unfortunate, man. The 38 got big loose right there. Patrick Ginter just in that M&M's 38 machine got big loose. That 43 not wanting to lose much track position. Maybe thought he could sneak it on by as that 38 was washing up the track, but that 38 just too much of a looseness to handle. And that 43 going to get into that back quarter panel as that's all going to develop out. That's going to be the 4th caution of the night, and it's going to rack these boys back up. Now it's going to be interesting to see if we see the whole field come down for some pit stops.
Yeah, I will say I have driven these cars a little bit, and I actually have driven it on Chicagoland. The tires don't wear as much as you think they do. They will actually wear a little less, but it looks like Nick Cannon, Ryan Sword, Jonathan Coombs, Chad Hitchcock, David Salter, Michael Lester, all coming down pit lane now. So yeah, a lot of these drivers deciding to go ahead and just opt for those tires, maybe fill up a little bit of that fuel tank, and get back out there. See the 88 pulling into his pit lane right now.
Single lug nuts. Think of that. Single lug nuts on a stock car. Is that? Oh, that was the 2 of Matthew Fitz. My bad. I thought that was the 02 of Jonathan Coombs missing his hood. But that's Matthew Fitz, who's been on pit road for 17 minutes. My bad.
Yes, you're going to see David Salter get out in front of Chad Hitchcock there. He's going to round out that 15th position, Chad Hitchcock is. But looks like a lot of these drivers still trying to figure it out. You know, like I said, don't want to sound like I'm beating a dead horse, but, you know, a lot of these drivers still trying to figure these cars out. You know, they're still new to everybody. So, you know, not a lot can be said about them, especially when you're dealing with open setups now. That's whenever it starts becoming really interesting.
Yeah, not only is it on the driver, it's on that race car, man. I mean, if that race car is running right, sometimes you can go out there and put a freaking monkey in the car. He's going to wheel that thing around the track and be fast. I mean, if you just got to hit setup, I mean, it really doesn't matter who's behind that wheel sometimes, as long as they know how to execute and get to point A and point B. I mean, right race car can set a guy up, but, you know, talent goes a long way in these things. Not saying that, you know, you just got a good setup, you're going to go out there and win every time, but, you know, it's fun to see now. Not only do we got those drivers out there willing it, you know, if these guys, you know, we know how big some of these virtual race teams are on this platform, Chris. I mean, some of these guys not only have teammates, you know, they've got editors for their videos. I mean, they've got all the way down to guys tuning these race cars for them. So, I mean, it's pretty serious, man. You've got a lot of varying factors out here, and that's what, you know, I'm really going to enjoy about this whole season. Seeing guys with those race cars at just every race. You don't know what to expect, man. Somebody's race car early is going to be loose, while the other guy's race car is going to be pushing in the first 10. It's going to be fun to see these varying strategies, varying race, you know, the different types of, you know, of runs we're going to get to see. It's just going to be a fun season, man. I'm very excited to see what these Full Throttle guys got in store for us. It's definitely one for the books, and I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah, it's definitely shaping out to be a good bit of racing right now. Yes, we've had some cautions, but hey, cautions are okay as long as you know they get settled out eventually. But you know, hey, cautions are cautions. They come, you know, but hey, you know, you'd rather have a caution, that way you bring everybody up close together, and that way you have a lot more battling.
I mean, hey, cautions are a part of racing, like holding's a part of football, man. I mean, you can throw a touchdown pass and have it brought back by a hold, and that just kills your mood. You're like, well, crap, man, we just scored. What happened? I mean, the same way with the caution racing. Then you're about to get that pass, man. Caution flags out, and you're just thinking, oh, come on. Why? Why can't we do anything right? Well, hey, they'll get it settled out, man. First race of the season. I want to say last season, man, when we started in the Gen 6 cars, it wasn't rough, man. They were still good racing, but cautions here and there, and these drivers, Chris, you'd have looked at the end of the season and thought, man, these guys have been racing for each other for years, how hard and good they could race around each other. But, you know, like you were saying, new cars, new setups, some new faces, new teams. We got a whole different ball field out here for this season. And race 1 here at Chicagoland definitely, you know, throws a different kind of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, factor into it. So
yeah, and I just learned all the drivers and their car numbers and their teams and their stuff, and now I'm having to relearn everything again.
Work, no. As the pace lights are going to be off coming out of turn number 4. It's going to be that one of Lance Hill and that ally machine, that number 9 of Colin Forster on that inside lane, the leader currently. As we are getting back to green here, that 9 going to get off to a big start as the green drops. Josh Carver on that inside lane, big loose for a moment. Is he in the grass? He's going to gather it back up, as that's going to put the field 3 wide for just a moment on the apron, but they are going to get back rolling here, and Josh Carver very lucky to save that race car.
Yeah, definitely looked like he got on the gas just a little bit too early. I want to say that he started in a higher gear than he should have last time, and that's probably why he didn't get off to a good start. Maybe he started in a lower gear than he should have that time and just got on it too fast. But hey, that 3 was able to save it, and that's all that matters. Whoa, we got a spin going on in the back.
Big wreck for Nathan Nickel. Caution's not out. They're going to keep it green.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's kept going.
Yeah, they're going to stay green here. 94 Brian Sword did come over the radio and even said, how is that not a wreck or caution, man?
Yeah, I don't have anything on the timing, so I can't go back and look at it. I'll have to try to find it here in a second, but we'll ride on board here with these guys up front. It looks like everybody's getting just single file now. Everybody's trying to just figure out maybe, hey, maybe we shouldn't race as much. Maybe we should just file in. As I say that, the 91, the 51 there, Bradley Wilson going to dive down on the inside, take that 3rd place position away. Whoa, did you see the, it's like the 80 or the 01 back there pushing, Ty McIntosh pushing that 48 at AJ Green. Oh, you see Josh Carver getting a little loose up there.
I saw Jonathan Coombs spitting fire out the exhaust, baby. He just got a big run into turn number 1 on that 8 of Logan Rhodes. These boys are racing for that 4th position on back. As you're going to see some good old racing here is that 48 machine now. AJ Green going to take Tyler McIntosh in tow around that 51 of Bradley Wilson on that inside lane. Look at Jonathan Coombs now. He is just looking for any room. That 8 of Logan Rhodes going to give it now. No, he's not. He's going to block it back off. Man, coming down the back straightaway. These boys are racing.
Yeah, it looks like that 8 was thinking about giving him that position, and they said, you know what? No, I think I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Look at that 8 of Logan Rhodes now, all on the back bumper, that 01 of Tyler McIntosh. You see that 83 machine of Austin Gee rolling that outside lane as he's gonna take all the way to the top of the track. We know that wall running here at Chicagoland is a big thing. We'll see if that 83 does get a good run off the corner, and he is. He's going to be a big run on that inside lane.
Rhodes. Look at Logan Rhodes.
Pushing took that 02 all the way to the bottom of the track, and that 02 going to say, hey, I'm here, and I'm going to take it. As those 2 Sparkle Unicorn cars going to come to that inside lane, David Salter going to follow in tow, man, as we still got a good race here in the top 10. This is looking awesome, man. If this is what the next-gen cars are going to produce all season, sign me up.
Yeah, it looks like go back up here on with Colin Forster. You see him just pulling that 1 of Lance Hill around in tow. Looks like that 48 AJ Green's trying to catch up with him best he can, but it's just falling back a little bit. But look at that. There is a big battle going on. 3 wide.
3 wide. Contact.
Whoa, Tom McIntosh going to save it. Whoa, going to have a big stack up. Big stack up.
Wreck. Tyler McIntosh. He saved it. Oh, my gosh, man. These guys are digging right now. Woo.
Yeah, that was a little bit of excitement going on there. Sorry for getting so loud. We were just
do you know how many times I screamed to wreck, man? Oh my God.
Yeah, as you saw a bunch going on back there. Woo!
All I could think in my head was, please get out the gas. Come on, check up, guys. Just let them save it. Nobody wanted to give that room, man. They were going. It's right on back here with that Rev Esports number 13, Adam McKinney, as he's going to go to that inside lane in that Toyota Camry. The only single Toyota in the field, man. Big shout outs to you, Adam. As you see that 20 of Nick Cannon now going to that outside lane of the 3 of Josh Carver. This is for that 7th position. As 2 wide here, David Salter going to go with that 3. As they're going to work down the back straightaway, that 811 dig with that 3 good wrench machine. Going to push it into turn number 2 is Nick Cannon. Like, he just had a little bit of a moment. Yeah, he's going to tighten up there for just a moment. Go up the racetrack, but he's going to get a good exit still. Is that 88 of David Salter now going to go to that 3 of Josh Carver. And he's going to work the inside lane. Is that 20 of Nick Cannon now going to have a big run? Is he going to go to the inside, take it 3 wide here? It looks like he wanted to, but he's just going to go to that bottom lane with David Salter. As out in front of them, you see that 51 of Bradley Wilson, that 8 of Logan Rhodes battling for that 5th place position. Three wide. David Salter. Woo! Oh, 51, big loose. Around goes Bradley Wilson, and he's going to save it too.
Oh,
Man,
my goodness.
Oh, man, this is awesome, man. These guys are just elbows out tonight. Everybody wants to be up in that first place position, and nobody is giving an inch. And look at that, Lance Hill in the lead.
Yeah, it looks like as we were watching all that unfold and everybody battling it out up here in the lead, yeah, you see Lance Hill taking the lead, Jonathan Coombs right behind him, so Colin Forster's going to get shuffled back to that 3rd place position. But in tow, AJ Green sitting in that 4th position.
Oh,
He's
look at
not
that.
gonna
Here
give you
comes
room.
Jonathan Coombs, Chris, inside lane. And that 9, that Colin Forster machine going to come with him as he's going to push that 0-2. Looks like the 9 might now go to that inside lane. That 0-2 open the door. That 0-2 is going to shut it. And here comes that 1 of Lance Hill coming to the inside, or excuse me, the outside, as they are pulling up on that 13. Is that the 13 of Adam McKinney, or is that the 98? I'm not sure who that is.
That
Oh,
is
no,
the
that's the 23 of Jimmy Green. Excuse me. As Adam McKinney and Jimmy Green got very similar looking liveries. That's my fault. Just must be that Rev Esports livery. As they are going to stay on that inside lane, the lap cars. Look at that. That 1 going to try to get as much toe off that 23 of Jimmy Green as he can. Going to shoot it to the outside. Woo! Going to cut that 9 of Colin Forster off. And we're going to have a big run here. Jonathan Coombs liking what he's seeing behind him. These guys battling. But they're going to get that run back here. That 3-car tandem about to pull up to that 0-2 of Jonathan Coombs here in turn number 3.
Yeah, but look at that. David Salter's got Nick Cannon in tow, so they are starting to build a little bit of momentum and catch this 48 of AJ Green. So be looking for them two to get up here and start catching up and mixing it up with the leaders.
As we're starting to get a good little battle here for the lead, is Lance Hill now pulling back up. That Allen machine going to go to the outside, see if we can take that run there, but it looks like it is going to stall out. 0-2 of Jonathan Coombs. He's going to be leading here tonight for his first time. I want to say this is the first time he's been leading all night, but if it's not, do apologize. But I want to say that 0-2 machine going to lead here for his first time this season and put that 0-2 Sparkle Unicorn machine out in first place here at Chicagoland. That's good early to see Jonathan Coombs picking up the speed, man. Like we said, a driver last season at the start that just struggled all season early, man. It seemed like he just couldn't find the grips with the race car. And all of a sudden, he just found some speed. And racing with him in the trucks, man, he's just bad fast. It's so hard to race around him, man, because he's just always coming past all those Sparkle Unicorn cars, really, man. They are all good racers, and it's good to see Jonathan Coombs with that progression, man. Seems like he's got a good group of teammates that push him hard, and he's developing to be a good race car driver here, man, in this Full Throttle series, and one of those front runners you're going to have to look for every week.
Yeah, I see, got Chris Reed in the YouTube chat saying, don't be sorry, that was good racing. So, yeah, man, we get excited, we get into it. So, it just gets crazy. If you're new to the Full Throttle league, we get wild.
And again, thank you for joining on the YouTube stream, the Facebook page, whichever one you're on. Make sure to hit that like button on Facebook. Jonathan Coombs going to Houdini, going to say, hey, I'm not going to let these guys know where I'm going. There he goes. He's rolling. And sorry about that, but Facebook, thank you for tuning in. And hit that like button. And if you're on that YouTube for the first time here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn that notification bell on so you know when these Full Throttle guys go live, because you ain't going to want to miss a single bit of the action this season. As if you were used to us starting at 9, or start at 8 this season, which makes it a little bit friendlier for the commentators, but maybe some of you guys not be able to tune in to a little bit later in the race, and if that is the you know, what has to happen, then thank you for joining us late in the race, and if not, thank you for being here since the start, and Welcome to the new season, baby. We're just as excited as you are as we're getting close to that halfway mark here in the first race of the season, Chris.
Yeah, I see Austin Rhodes commenting as Full Throttle by accident. He says, "Woo, go Team Portable Unicorn." Maybe he didn't do it on accident, don't know. But hey, thanks for the comment, Austin. And I got Ann Rushing also in the Facebook chat saying NC811 digging is digging Full Throttle Performance Racing. So hey, appreciate having you on here, Ann.
Let's look at that, Chris. Jonathan Coombs still out in the lead, man. David Salter now pulled himself up into third place. Another one of those drivers that seems like he's been held back by that wreck bug a little bit and just caught up in the wrong stuff. Every time I race with Salter, man, I love hearing him. Do I need to qualify for this race? And it's just, hey, it looks like he's got himself up there good tonight. Looks like that 48. Whoa, caution, caution. Not sure who is wrecking right now. Maybe just saw Josh Abbey. Not sure who that is. No, it doesn't like it was Josh Abbey. Not sure who just wrecked. Oh, that might have been your caution, yeah. I wonder if Logan Rhodes, yeah, he won't get a penalty. He was already entered into the pits before it went yellow, so he should not get a penalty for entering a close pit.
Yeah, so that will bring out the caution here. At lap 52 of 120. We're having a good race here tonight, Josh. This has been a lot of fun. Like we were talking earlier about how the next gen cars were going to be, and
here we go, baby. Full field coming down pit road this time, Chris.
Yeah, we're going to get to see some pit action going on, get to see which drivers can get in and get out quick.
Yeah, Chris, like you were speaking on, man, we were talking early about what these next gen cars are going to produce, and you know, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, man. All the feedback I've heard on the platform has been, oh, I hate racing these cars, oh, this, that. Hey, what I'm seeing out here, it just needs things like you just don't need to run out of that talent, man, and you can have a good handle on these race cars and put on some very, very exciting racing. This is it's a good Chicagoland race, man. If you're not too familiar with how Chicagoland races sometimes, I mean, usually you got one or two guys out there just leading it in a two-car tandem. They're usually pretty much battling for themselves, but hey, you're seeing some good action right now, man, and this is some close racing, some of the closest racing I've seen at Chicagoland in a while.
Yeah, and it looks like AJ Green's going to beat Jonathan Coombs out of the pit, so Charles Gurrick having all that damage probably won't present much of a challenge, or if he might be going down pit lane this time around since he is maybe a lap down. But AJ Green in that 48 is going to promote himself up into that first place after that pit stop, so Jonathan Coombs going to come out in second with David Salter in third. So David Salter still staying in that third position, but he's got Nick Cannon and Lance Hill behind him. Also Josh Carver in that 3. So a lot of those drivers that know how to get up here and fight, they're up here and they're going to be able to fight.
Yeah, but Chris, just got to point out, man, AJ Green coming back from that early adversity. You know, him and David Salter made that contact about right here on the apron earlier, and that 48 went around. But he's moved his wealth back up, you know. We said that wreck didn't do too much damage, just a little bit of contact with that 8 of Logan Rhodes when he spun around going to the apron. But other than that, looks like that 48 machine still got some speed, man. He's going to put himself up in a P1 here. Unless Charles Gurrick is actually on the lead lap and he's just going to stay out. We'll see, though.
I mean, it does have him marked in that first position, so
they might get the waiver round too.
yeah, so I'm triple checking the ticker. Yeah, Charles Gurrick is on the lead lap. He is currently sitting in that first position. So maybe a little bit of a strategy there from Gurrick. Maybe he
well, he said that on his he's got a front bumper. So I mean, you know, that one race, Chris, where I was watching you when you did your dirt race at Knoxville and your whole truck had you could just see all roll cage all the way around, but to you there was no damage. It might be one of those situations. 76 might not have as much front end damage maybe as we think he does. I mean, hey, if he holds pace, good on the 76, man.
Yeah, maybe it's just a graphic error on my side. Not really sure.
Well, we know they put the new damage model in, and sometimes the damage model can be buggy when you're spectating. Other drivers will see parts missing, and for you, you'll have. I mean, I have seen it before on iRacing. It's a common, or not necessarily common, but it's a known thing. I mean, I'm not sure many people pay attention to it, but it is an issue. We've seen it before, and it could be one of those errors. I know a lot of guys just said on driver chat, they didn't see the 76 front bumper, but the 76 is 100% saying, hey, I got a front bumper, guys. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, so maybe that's just a iRacing glitch on our side. You know, you can see sometimes drivers driving around with no wheels, so maybe it's just a glitch.
Oh, you see that in ARCA a lot.
Yes, you do.
But that's because their wheels actually gone, and they're just saying, man, why is this thing plowing? You're like, dude, because you're driving on 3 wheels, my guy. As we'll get back to it here, is that iRacing pace car. Watch that smoke come off the tires, man. He gets down there. As here we go. 76 Charles Gurritt going to bring this field back to green.
Yeah, 76 getting out to a good jump. Maybe since he did have a little bit of damage, maybe he's not trying to tempt the fate. Maybe he's just going to jump that start a little bit. But you see the 48 getting a massive run on him.
Yeah, he just waved him by.
Yeah, so maybe that 48 just doesn't, or that, excuse me, 76 just does not have the streak. Yeah, he's dropping back a lot. That's going to promote Jonathan Coombs up into the, whoa, but you see that one, Lance Hill.
Big run from Lance Hill, yeah.
Big move up to the top lane there.
3 wide, 88. Caution's back out. I think I saw wrecking on the tri-oval back there.
It's the 99 of Stan Mayberry, and I want to say Michael Lester as well.
Yeah, I heard Stan say he got super loose, so I want to say it started with this 99, Chris. Oh, no, the 43 got loose as well, as the 99 was getting loose. So, yeah, oh, they made contact. Ah. It's all starting to make sense. The mystery has been solved. Did you see that one main 99 loose on the top? He just drives down on that 43 of James Morgan. They straighten it back out right there, but the 43 just got tight again, and it pushed him up the track. And they're just going to get really big right here. Big loose. 43 hits the apron. It's going to snap him back around in front of the 22 of Chad Hitchcock. 72 looks like he's not going to take any damage. 8 of Logan Rhodes going to maybe get around. Or Nathan Nickel, you see. Looks like a pretty decent little wreck for those 3 cars, man. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a word from our sponsor, NC811 Dig. So we'll be back in just a moment as we step by for a word from our promoters.
When do you plan on putting in that new fence we've been talking about since last summer?
I guess I could start tomorrow.
Protect the ones you love and protect your buried utilities by contacting 811 before you dig, either by phone, the web, or the NC811 app. Know what's below. Before you dig, visit nc811.org to learn more. If recent storms have caused damage to your property, contact 811 before you begin your cleanup. Buried utilities around uprooted trees can make a bad situation worse if those lines are not located before digging. Electric, natural gas, and internet lines are everywhere, and knowing where they are is the safest way to start any digging project. Call North Carolina 811 by dialing 811 or by using single address ticket on nc811.org or the NC811 app.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
And we welcome you back to the NC811 Digger 180, brought to you by NC811.org. So just want to give a really big shout out to them. Thank them for coming on and sponsoring the Full Throttle series. Just a big shout out to them. And partner up with us and helping us get this thing going, because it's turning out to be a really good race this season. You know, we like we were saying, we were talking about how the next gen cars were going to handle, how they were going to react to all of the draft packages and everything. So it's been a lot of fun watching what these cars will do.
As the caution lights are going to be out, as that 0-2 machine of Jonathan Coombs is going to be bringing the field around turn number 2. I want to say this is turn number 2. This could be turn number 4 for all I know. Yeah, it's turn number 2. I see the blue line for pit road exit. I looked back at the screen at an awkward moment, was like, I don't know where we're at. But as we're seeing a good race here early, man. Only 60 laps in. We're at the halfway point when we take the green here, so it's going to be fun to see what these drivers do is past this halfway point. I'm pretty sure that the intensity switch seems like it's been flipped off all night. I don't even want to see what these guys are going to do now. They're definitely going to go that spinal tap, crank it up to 11, and it's going to be good here. We're about to see some aggressive racing, some good racing. You're not going to want to take your eyes off your screen. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I see Bruce McIntosh in the Facebook chat saying this is awesome racing, so everybody else loving it too. That's what we love to see.
Jonathan Coombs going to get off to the green flag here. He's going to bring this field back to green. Those Sparkle Unicorn cars in tandem. As you see that 48 of William Brown going to fall to that inside lane in front of that 88 of David Salter. Excuse me. AJ Green, sorry. So used to somebody else being in that car last season that it's going to be weird getting used to calling some of these numbers differently. Do apologize to you, AJ. Got that full-time rod, man. It's good to see that 48 machine here. Hopefully he got that full-time rod. We know he was a sub driver last year, but looks like he's got off to a good start early. As look at that, 3 wide here now. Woo! That 0-2 Jonathan Coombs, that 88 of David Salter, that 1 of Lance Hill. They're going to get really tight coming out of the apron, and Carver going to hook the 88. He's going to save it, man.
Hey, good on David Salter for saving that car. Oh, that was a time and a half for him.
As that was just tight racing coming out of turn number 1, man.
Oh, you see that 48 making a move on that inside lane.
And look at Nick Cannon coming to the outside.
Yeah, that 9's going to tuck in behind that 48. You got Colin Forrester going to be in tow, but look at that. The 1 of Lance Hill going to be right in tow behind that 9, so that 20 of Nick Cannon is going to be shuffled all the way to the back.
9 going to the inside here. The 2 Hendrick cars not going to take lightly to each other. They're going to race. And that Colin Forrester machine, he's going to take that lead with the 1 of Lance Hill in tow. That 3 of Josh Carver. The 20 of Nick Cannon, like they got a little bit out of sorts for just a moment. But they're still rolling here out of turn number 4, coming down the tri-oval and shooting it off into turn number 1. Woo! Big cutoff there from the 1 of Lance Hill as he was trying to go to the 1 inside of the number 9 and the 3.
Whoa.
He's going to get... Oh, that was net code. That was 1,000% net code. That 20 just got hooked by literally Casper the Ghost. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that.
He just got hooked by nobody. Josh Carver was on his inside lane. Okay, well that was weird. Saw a first netcode issue of the night here as that 1 gonna roll back up here to the 9. Josh Carver in that 3 machine promoted himself into the 3rd.
Yeah, you see that 1 of Lance Hill making a move to the inside of that 9 of Colin Forrester. So let's see if that 1 can make it stick. Look at that, the 0-1 of Tom McIntosh and that 3 of Josh Carver getting a really big run out of turn 4.
Oh my gosh, man, these guys are just racing right now here at lap number 66. As we're going to see that 1 of Lance Hill leading this pack of 5, 6, 7 cars down the back straightaway. That 9 going to peek to the outside here, but he's going to halt off. He's going to stay to the inside here as he's got the 3 of Josh Carver, that 0-1 of Tyler McIntosh, 0-2 of Jonathan Coombs, and the 48 of AJ Green in tow as they are rolling at lap number 66. Coming to lap number 67 as Lance Hill is still your leader. Got that 9 Colin Forster, though, peeking to the inside. He's going to get the advantage into turn number 1. We'll see if we got a pass for the lead here. 2 wide coming out of turn number 2 as they are hooked up. That 3 of Josh Carver loose for just a moment. And here comes that 0-1 of Tyler McIntosh. The 2 ones on the track going to link up, and they're going to make a 2-car tandem down the back straightaway as it looks like that run going to stall out for just a moment as the 3 of Josh Carver now to the inside as we are still racing. Elbows out, white knuckles as they are rolling.
Yeah, it looks like that 3 was getting a little loose there on that inside lane, but he was able to keep it going. Let's see if that 3 can make this inside lane stick now. Whoa, as it looks like he was getting a little loose there.
Yeah, and that 48 of William Brown was easing up there, man. These guys are racing. William, man, I'm sorry. AJ Green, that's going to be hard to break, Chris. I've been doing it perfect all night. Again, apologize to AJ Green. My bad, man. It's gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah, you see the 3 getting shuffled up just a little bit. That 1 getting a really big run. Whoa!
Whoa! Big push. Whoa!
Yeah, that 48 is all over the back bumper of Josh Carver. You see that 0-1 of Tom McIntosh getting on that door, trying to door draft just a little bit, slow down that run, but it looks like 3's going to get a massive push going into turn 3.
Yeah, that 48 on the back bumper. AJ Green giving a shove to that 3 machine of Josh Carver. A little bit down the back straightaway. Looks like he's going to back out, though. That 9 going to cut across the nose of the 1. He's going to place himself up in first place. So they're just trading positions up here like boxers trading blows back and forth, saying you have one, you have one, as they're going to pull up on that 23 machine of Jimmy Green, who's going to hold his line on that bottom lane. Nobody called out to that lapped car, so Jimmy Green maybe just not aware that, hey, I'm just going to stay here, man. He's going to hold his line. You don't got to worry about that 23 of Jimmy Green, so maybe just not calling out to that single cars. They're all going to get past him pretty cleanly and safely, so good on them.
Yeah, look at that, 38 of Patrick Ginter. He is working his way up here, up 15 positions. So, hey, not a name that we've been able to talk about tonight, except for maybe...
Yeah, that wreck earlier.
Yeah, that's the only time we've mentioned his name. Look at that, Josh Carver starting to fall back a little bit.
3 machine might have overheated those tires just a little bit as it looks like he's going to plow to that outside lane. The 0-1 of Tyler McIntosh as well. He looks like he's falling back as well. Look at that. The 0-2 of Jonathan Coombs going to pull up to that outside lane of that 48 of AJ Green.
Also another name that we haven't mentioned a lot tonight. Started in that 8th position, but he fell back a little bit in the beginning of the race. But look at that. Austin Gee's getting a really good run up in here.
Yeah, getting a good run to this 3 and this 0-1. Maybe just has a little bit more equipment under him. Hasn't been up there racing as hard as these guys have, and now he's got himself up there with the pack. We'll see if that 83 machine of Austin Gee able to throw himself up a couple positions. Nathan Nickel calling out, asking where he wants these leaders. As he is going to go to the high part of the racetrack. We'll see how the field does get by this 4 machine. Looks like the leaders, at least right now, going to clear him for the time being. Oh, the 0-2 of Jonathan Coombs. Going to use this as a passing opportunity as they're going to go 2 wide here into turn number 1 and 2. And he is pinching that 48 down to the white line. And he is really making that outside lane. Stick the 48 loose. And there goes the 0-2 around. He's going to promote himself up into that 3rd position. And here comes Patrick Ginter now. That's going to put him in striking distance almost of that 48 machine.
Yeah, so now that 38, he sees those guys in front of him. He wants to get up there into that lead. So
Pass to the lead. Lance Hill going to the inside. Is he going to make it stick? He's going to have the preferred lane here at the moment. Inside lane. Now I'm going to go to the back. So here we go. Trading another blow. That 1 machine going to put himself out in the lead as it is just a kamikaze attack down the back straightaway. These guys swapping position, trading blows, bumper to bumper, bump drafting down the back straightaway. Man, these guys are just getting at it.
Yeah, you're definitely seeing a lot of
big loose from the 1.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's going to open the 9 in the 0-2 now. Jonathan Coombs going to be in tow.
Yeah, I'm seeing in chat Dan Gallant saying the net code is bad with the next gen cars. So, as you heard that wreck earlier that we were calling out net code, it was just the internet being funky. Whoa, and the 38 of Patrick Ginter getting loose.
Yeah, Patrick Ginter going to gather back up. That's going to bring Josh Carver, Tyler McIntosh, that 83 of Austin Gee back up to him as he was able to get around them earlier. And maybe heating up those rear tires now. It's not going to be good for him on this lap. He's going to have to get him out. Big loose from Austin Gee. He's going to gather it back up as he had to get out the gas. He almost got up into that 0-1 of Tyler McIntosh. And man, that could have been a caution here at lap 75. And I'm sure those leaders up in front may be thinking, hey, I wouldn't mind a caution, get some fresh tires and not have to worry about losing position. So we'll see how this field does cycle out. Looks like we're getting a little bit of separation, though, here in the top 10 now, finally.
Yeah, definitely starting to see a little bit of racing going on up here in the front. A lot of the separation, like you were saying, Josh, a lot of these setups probably not working to their liking. you know, getting tight, getting loose, falling back. So now a lot of these drivers getting settled in. You're going to start seeing, you know, this is the green flag stint that we wanted. So
see Josh Carver now starting to pull his way back up that 38 machine, and Patrick Enter got that 13 of Adam McKinney on his inside. As well, looks like we got a little bit of a battle now. Lance Hill starting to fall back, Chris. Now 48 going to promote himself into second place. The 0-2 of Jonathan Coombs. Heard he got tight. He's what he said on the radio. He's going to go to that outside lane now. One of Lance Hill and him battling now. Is that lapped car? Is that the 30?
that is Stan Mayberry.
Oh, Stan Mayberry, you are correct. I like a 3, but it was a 9. Definitely, I'm just blind. That is that 99 of Stan Mayberry. As they are going to get by him. And whoa, tight here in turn number 1 and 2.
Josh
as
Carver
they are still racing.
Josh Carver just got loose. He straightened it back up.
Whoa, one getting in there hard. Woo! Man, my heart's racing, Chris.
Yeah, we are definitely seeing a lot of racing. This is not what I was expecting tonight at all.
Heck no, man. That 0-2 machine going to promote himself up now into that podium position. So these guys are just trading it around, man. They are just going back and forth, and this is what I'm loving to see. And I'm pretty sure, oh, look at that big move. All the way to the apron. Jonathan Coombs just took second place.
Yeah, we're going to go back and actually see that move. Oh, that is actually not the right one. I do apologize. It looks like Jonathan Coombs is starting to fall back a little bit. He's now got that 48 of AJ Green on his outside, so maybe that 0-2 just getting a little loose. Starting to fall back a little bit, but it looks like he's got maybe a good run going into the turn. Nope, looks like that 48 is getting a better drive out.
And look at Austin Gee, Chris worked himself up into that 5th position now. That McDonald's 83 Chevy Camaro. He's worked himself up into the top 5. As you see, Tyler McIntosh just a little bit back there on the back of your screen. As Josh Carver and company have fallen back just a little bit. Whoa! 2 around, into the wall goes that Jonathan Coombs machine.
He's going to keep it straight, though. Got into the wall just a little bit, but hey, was able to keep that going. See, just a little bit of a bump there, and that just sent him around. Yeah, it looks like Colin Forster and Lance Hill are starting to pull away from everybody else. Maybe that 48 of AJ Green having a little bit of tire issues. Look at that, Austin Gee getting up here in 4th position now. Starting to really look good. I do know that he practices a lot of these open setups. He is one of the guys that I do know that does a lot of work. It looks like Josh Carver's wrecked. Oh, as you see that 26 of Nick, or the 20 of Nick Cannon also going around in that.
Oh, did Carver lag?
Yeah, I think Carver lagged. Yeah, that was 100% lag. You just saw Carver blink in and blink out. He ended up inside the car. And, yep, that's what happens. That's why we don't like blinkers. Not that we don't like Carver, but... You see him blinking there. He's going to move up the track. Netcode's going to grab him, put them together, and then bam. He's going to set off a chain reaction. He's also going to get the 38 of Patrick Enter there, and then you're going to see the 20 of Nick Cannon getting collected in it. So that is unfortunate for those guys.
What sucks is sometimes on your end, netcode, you don't see it like that, man. You're still just down in that inside lane digging. You know, you don't see that. So sometimes it does happen, you know, for you, all the other cars are blinking out. You're just chilling. So, you know, that's just unfortunate, man. You hate to see it. And this just sucks for Josh Carver, man. I know how much time he puts into this, and I know he's probably really bummed out right now. I hate that for Josh. Good thing, though, it didn't collect the 0-2 with Jonathan Coombs as well. That could have been bad for both of them. And
yeah, it looks like AJ Green's going to come out of pit lane in the lead. Colin Forster is going to be right behind him with Tom McIntosh in tow. Adam McKinney's going to pull out behind him. So it's good to see Who getting up here into that top 10. You got Bradley Wilson, last year's championship cup winner, sitting in that 7th position. Lance Hill in 8th. Stan Mayberry, after you saw him getting spun and getting sent around there in the front stretch earlier, sitting currently in that 10th position, but you see him riding on the bottom lane, so he might be going down pit lane here soon.
Yeah, as these laps starting to tick down here, Chris, we only got about 30 laps. Or am I right on that? Oh man, I'm horrible with math. 40 to 100, or 15 to 100. 35. I was right. Man, don't ever ask me to help you with math. Clearly that is not my forte.
Hey, what's going on, Stoney? You're good, man. Don't apologize for missing the race. We know you got stuff going on. But good to have you in the chat, at least there, Stoney.
Yeah, stinks not seeing your race tonight, Stoney, but hey, hope you are doing good tonight, man. And thank you for hopping in the chat and saying what's up. It's good to see you here, whether in the car or just whether in the chat. It's nice to know you are wanted to check in on the Full Throttle boys. We know you got the team in here, so you just checking out. But shout out Stoney, man. Good guy, good guy. Love racing with him on Thursdays too. Me and Stoney have definitely carved through the field in trucks at least once before, and it's fun. It's fun. Love racing with those guys, man. As we are under caution still here, pace light's gonna go off though. That 83 machine of Austin Gee, he's gonna stay out, man. Try to take this track position. Maybe hoping for an early caution here.
All right, and the pace lights are out. Whoa, you see that 83 blinking there a little bit. It's always scary when you see cars blinking in front of you. Ooh, but hey, he's back. Pace car is about to pull down. Pace car is off, and Austin Gee is on that loud pedal, getting ready to go. We are green here at lap 87 of 120 at the NC8 11 Digger 180. See Austin Gee getting out to a pretty good lead, but like Josh was saying earlier, that he's on older tires, so it's gonna be interesting to see how long he can stay out in that lead. Doesn't look like, oh, it looks like that knot getting a little loose down there on the bottom of the track. We're gonna see that 83 just take it all the way to the top. Whoa, look at that big gaggle of race cars coming down on the inside. That 13 of Adam McKinney's in second place now. Driver we have not been able to talk about all night tonight. Now who's up into second place? Go who? You see 80, that 13 up 23 positions. Lance Hill also up in third place. So Bradley Wilson.
They have been 3 wide for almost a whole lap, Chris.
Yeah.
Man, that 48 of William Brown's just hung out there in that middle lane as the 01 of Tyler McIntosh. That 51 of Bradley Wilson, man. AJ Green, my bad. I keep doing that. I'm going to have to get used to that. I'll make myself say it 100,000 times tonight. Sorry again. Apologize for that wrong driver name. So used to seeing him in that race car. New season. Promise it won't happen next week.
Yeah, well, you see a little bit of shuffling going on there with Logan Rhodes. We're going to go back up here with that 9. You see Lance Hill getting around that 13 of Adam McKinney.
Look at Lance Hill now, picking to the outside, picking to the inside. 9's going to, they're just playing cat and mouse with each other. You see that? 9 blocking the outside, 9 blocking the inside, 1 peeking to the outside, 1 peeking to the inside. he just doesn't know where he's going to go, man. That Non's just really having to guess right now. Mirror drive. That's exactly what that Wonderland Hill wants him to do.
Yeah, that is a strategy that you want to do. Mirror driving is definitely something. You want to get into that driver in front of you's head. You want to make him go, hey, look up at that mirror, because if you're going into a turn and you have to push the brakes or let off, you know, or you have to have a zone to you know, where you start to turn.
Adam
in or whatever,
McKinney now.
Adam
McKinney got to run and push that one by him.
Yeah,
Mirror got tight.
Mirror driving is the necessity. Look at that. He's going to work. The one's going to get around him.
Lance Hill going to take the lead here at lap number 91 as these laps starting to wind down here in the next gen debut at the NC 811 Digger 180. As Lance Hill going to grab the lead, he's going to bring the field in tow. And so it looks like we've got a big group of race cars from that first to about 8th position. And then a gap about 3 seconds from that 9th position on back. As these front runners right here still racing hard, man, as we got a bunch of new names up there in that top 5, top 10 currently at the moment. We still got our guys that have been running up there all night trying to battle out. And everybody here is trying to prove that they are the next gen debut winner. They want to be that guy, man. They want to prove that they have the ability to get it done. So I think that's why we've seen so much intensity here in the season opener tonight. Is that 0-1 of Tyler McIntosh now going to be all over the back bumper. That 8 of Logan Rhodes going to give him a little bit of a shove. Then D-Link go to that inside lane. Try to use that slingshot. And here comes Colin Forster now around on that inside lane. He's going to battle 2 wide here for the lead. Coming to lap number 93.
Yeah, I was going to say that 8 of Logan Rhodes, he was starting to look like he was getting a little loose, and he saw that 0-1 of Tyler McIntosh pushed him up the track, got him out of the way. But, hey, that 9 looks like, I was going to say, it looks like the 9 was going to make a move down the inside, but that 1, Lance Hill, was going to shut that door real quick.
And so, woo! That 1 going to go down in front of that 9. 9 going to pull it to the outside lane. We'll see if that outside lane will stick. It hasn't been working early here, but that 9 just taking that run, going to pull it back down to that low lane. As here comes that 8 of Logan Rhodes, 0-1 of Tyler McIntosh, Adam McKinney, as they're trying to roll up in that 4th and 5th position to grab these top 3 cars. It looks like Colin Forster now got the preferred lane on that inside. He's going to go ahead and take that lead. Logan Rhodes going to roll by.
Look at Scrappy taking that inside lane on that 1 of Lance Hill. Woo, go Scrappy!
Here comes that 0-1 of Tyler McIntosh, big shove.
Whoa, the 9 looking like he's getting all the way up the track.
2 by 2 for that 2nd place position. This is going to bring the rest of that top 7, top 8 with those drivers as they're going to get stacked back up here. We are racing lap number 95. It is going to be Colin Forster out of the lead.
Yeah, with 26 laps to go, Josh, this race is starting to get interesting. You're going to see everybody start making moves. You see that 8 of Logan Rhodes. He's going to move himself up into that 2nd place position. That 9 is dancing all over the place, trying to break that crap, not letting him catch up, because it does look like that 8. Scrappy looks like he's doing a really good job right now.
Look at that 1 of Lance Hill now battling out on that outside lane as he's got the 0-1 of Tyler McIntosh, the 48 of AJ Green, then 51 of Bradley Wilson. Now going to the outside lane is the 48 and the 0-1. They are close.
Yeah, you see the 48 all over the back bumper there. Ty McIntosh just wondering if he was going to get him loose there going into that turn. Looks like he just backed it off a little bit. Whoa, look at that.
Here comes Lance Hill back on the inside.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Josh.
Bradley Wilson, big run. Oh, man. He's going to stack that inside lane up.
Yeah, Logan Rhodes.
It's five. Josh Abbey around. Into the wall. This might bring the caution out as we got the rest of the field coming up.
No, he got it collected up.
Yeah, so we're going to stay green here. As Josh Abbey going to go around in a single car spin. As we still got this battle for the lead here. The number 1 of Lance Hill. He's going to get a little bit loose. Big moment for the win there, but he's going to go to the inside lane. Good drive off. As look at Bradley Wilson now all over the back bumper of that 8 of Logan Rhodes. He's trying to work his way back up here and get into the lead. As the 1 of Lance Hill going to take the lead now. That's going to hang that 9 out on the outside lane. We'll see how far he falls back. As whoa, 51 around. 48 contact, AJ Green, 1 of Tyler McIntosh. We're going to stay green.
So 23 laps to go. You've seen a lot of action going on, a lot of racing going on. Excuse me, you see that 9 getting a really good run up there to that 1, starting to come up into the lap traffic. That is the 4 of Nathan Nickel.
With not a single bit of rear downforce. No rear deck lid on that Ford machine.
Yeah, it looks like that Nana Colin Forster's not letting that one go anywhere. You see Jimmy Green going another lap down there. Unfortunate for him. His night has just been destroyed, as you saw him getting into one of those earlier wrecks this afternoon. But they're going to get past at 23, and now like Lance Hill looks like he's getting a really good run, but looks like Logan Rhodes is starting to fall back just a little bit. Maybe starting to battle those tires a little bit.
We got a little bit of a battle back here for that 8th place position. That 76 of Charles Gurg, man. He's rolling in that beat-up race car as he is on that inside lane. Got the 22 of Chad Hitchcock out there in front of him in that 7th position. You see that 83 of Austin Gee out there on that outside lane in 11th. He was doing a good job early. Rolled himself all the way up into highest as 4th. But he fell back all the way here to that 10th position currently. Or excuse me, 11th. As you see that 02 of Jonathan Coons now on that inside lane. Another one of those drivers that got into that outside wall earlier with some contact. You see some big damage on the rear of that race car. As, yeah. Oh, Coombs around as we were talking about him. Caution's going to be out here at lap 101 with 19 to go. What do you mean? He got loose. Did the 72 of Michael Lester save it?
Not sure. I do apologize. I have been muted this whole time. Been sitting here talking to myself. I do apologize. Yeah, that's gonna shake things up here, Josh. We're gonna get the field stacked back up with 18 to go.
All right, and as you're going to see the field coming down here for pit stops, Nan couldn't make up his mind. We're going to go ahead and go over to our last commercial break of the night here, brought to you by our partners over at 811 Dig, or NC 811 Dig, excuse me. So enjoy these words from our sponsor, and we will get back here commercial free for the last handful of laps here at the NC Digger 180.
When do you plan on putting in that new fence we've been talking about since last summer?
I guess I could start tomorrow.
Protect the ones you love and protect your buried utilities by contacting 811 before you dig, either by phone, the web, or the NC 811 app. Know what's below before you dig. Visit nc811.org to learn more.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love. If recent storms have caused damage to your property, contact 811 before you begin your cleanup. Buried utilities around uprooted trees can make a bad situation worse if those lines are not located before digging. Electric, natural gas, and internet lines are everywhere, and knowing where they are is the safest way to start any digging project. Call North Carolina 811 by dialing 811 or by using single address ticket on nc811.org or the NC 811 app.
We welcome you back here to the NC 811 Digger 180 as we have about 15, 16 laps to go. As that 22 of Chad Hitchcock going to be in the lead as Chad Hitchcock, Charles Gurrick, and that 72 of Michael Lester decided to stay out. That 72 did get around earlier right there. That brought that caution out with the 02 of Jonathan Coombs, but he was able to save it, gathered up, drive it to the grass, and looks like he's going to stay out even with those heated up tires here with about 15 to go. That track position just too good to not want to keep. So it looks like we're going to have a good little racer to the end. We're going to see some position changes probably here for sure. Some of these guys on these fresher tires. So it looks like we had a good bit of pit stops. Colin Forrester and company on back did come down pit road. So Chad Hitchcock, Charles Gurrick, Michael Lester, they definitely got their work cut out for them here on this restart. As the pace lights are going to go off, it is going to be 1 to green here. 15 laps to the good here. So this is where you're going to see the gloves come off. These guys are really going to start getting ready to throw down here. And this is just going to be one of those bare knuckle showdowns, as I like to call it. We're going to see some good races, or good racing here at the end. And with as aggressive as these drivers have been all night, you're not going to want to take your eyes off of it. I'm expecting this isn't going to be our last caution of the night, but you never know, Chris. We could see a good green flag finish, or good green flag run here to the finish, which I wouldn't be against either, as you see some of the field getting caught up here, the wave rounds.
Yeah,
they are coming down the backstretch.
I was getting word from David Salter in the YouTube chat that he hit the wall and damaged the car, so that's why he's lapped down now.
Unfortunate. For
also,
him.
Chris Reed saying, wow, can't believe all the saves I've seen tonight.
Indeed. Well, there's probably going to be more to see here as that pace car going to take that left turn. It's going to be Chad Hitchcock, Charles Gurrick bringing the field back to green as the stack up is real on that inside lane. As well, that 20 just is, oh man,
That 76 of Charles Gurrick, he's going really slow. He's stacking that lane up. Whoa, did you see that bump there? From that 72 of Michael Lester, going to bump him up the track. Whoa, 48's going to sit around. Big wreck.
Big wreck. Big wreck here. What did I say?
That was the big one. As you see Colin Forrester, Charles Gurrick, Michael Lester all going around. Yeah, you see there the 48 just getting into the 72 and sending everybody around. Whoa, you see that Charles Gurrick flipping on his hood there.
Well, that just opened this race wide open. I don't know who's going to win now. I mean, the 9 was involved, the 1 of Lance Hill's involved. I mean, 13 Adam McKinney, 76 on his roof. The set 43 James Morgan got through it, so I mean he could be back in it. The 38 of Patrick Ginter looked like he got through it.
I just want to point something out, Josh. I want to point out that that 43 did his best Bubba Wallace impersonation there. Having a car flip over
him
on his hood and hit him.
Oh, he did flip on it, and I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, you see a lot of cars going around there. Whoa, a lot of cars in the grass, a lot of cars getting checked up, but doesn't look like anybody else wrecked. It looks like those were the only 3 cars that were involved. This is like Austin Gee, AJ Green, Stan Mayberry, Jonathan Coombs. They all went off track, but the only ones that were collected in the crash, you see Charles Gurrick going ahead and locking up, packing his stuff up, and going to the hauler. Yeah, it looks like Colin Forrester, Charles Gurrick, and Michael Lester were the only ones that they considered crashing, so... Actually going to go back on board here with that 43 and watch that from his point of view.
Oh, he took the whole rear of the car to the front window.
Yeah, you know, if that's real life, he's not feeling good right now.
That's for sure.
Just gonna back it up here. We'll just go on board with them.
See it unfold in front of them.
That's how quick it happens.
Man, this has been a crazy race, Chris. We've seen just about everything you can see in a race.
Yes, we have. Got Crisley Gallant Engineering. Let's go CGE, Wilson Morgan, Abby, and Gallant. Good to have you in chat. Yeah, we've only got 11 laps to go here in this race, and it's starting to look really good. You see, you got Chad Hitchcock still in the lead. Logan Rhodes is right behind him. That 48, he's still in it. AJ Green's still in the race, so but he's missing that back deck lid now from our point of view. So maybe another graphic error, but definitely does not have a back deck lid for us, so might have a little bit of an incident there. That's no downforce at all.
We'll see how she handles here in just a moment. As it is going to be about, what, 4 laps to go, and we got, no, not 4 laps, excuse me, 7 laps, 8 laps to go. Oh, it will be 9 to go when we hit the stripe, my bad.
Just want to say a big shout out to everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Like Josh said earlier, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that like button on Facebook so you don't ever miss any of the full throttle action. We've got races going on every Sunday, so make sure to check them out at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, and get that next gen fix in before they unveil this car next year in the real world. And hey, we'll just say Full Throttle did it first. Wink, wink. As the pace lights are off, that iRacing pace car going to hit that left turn. Field going to get ready to go green here. That 22 of Chad Hitchcock, 8 of Logan Rhodes going to bring us back to green. As there's the green flag. And, well, we already got a big checkup on that inside lane. They are shoving.
Yeah, it looks like the 22 did not get off
forward
the...
wide.
Yeah, it looks like Logan Road got a really good jump there, that 22. Just checking up. Whoa, I see a bunch of people shuffling around. Maybe a bunch of blinking going on. That's exactly what it is. Okay, whoa, you see that 43? Whoa, somebody's...
Wrecking. He saved it.
Logan
He's
Rhodes.
wrecking again.
Logan Rhodes going up the track. See a lot of cars going around here. Looks like Lance Hill, Logan Rhodes, Nathan Nickel. We'll go back on board here. That is not where that happened at. Yeah, you see the 8 there getting loose. Oh, the 51. Was trying to do a crossover, it looks like. Yeah, you see the 51 right here. He makes a move down there to the inside. Trying to do that crossover. Maybe that 8, Logan Rhodes, he's going down to block that lane, but that 21 just had a lot of speed. 51, excuse me. 51 to Bradley Wilson's going to send that 8 around, but that's not going to be the end of it there. See the 8 getting still loose. Shoved up
43
in.
checked up. 48. They got up into Lance Hill. 22 of Chad Hitchcock.
Look at the 43 just driving through everything again. See the 4 there of Nathan Nickel getting hit. 02 of Jonathan Coombs making it through just barely. 88 of David Salter getting into the back of the 98.
Yes, that's the 98 of Shane Weldon.
Yeah, you see just a bunch of cars going around there, so bunch of chaos here on these final laps.
Will that put us to overtime? We might just come out in time to do a normal green-white checkered. We should have enough time to go at least a lap or two and then white flag. As we under caution here at lap number 115 this time. So there'll be 6 laps to go. Be interesting to see how these guys take these last couple laps, man. We've seen some hard racing here early, and we saw it through basically all through the race, man. And right there, that was no more than just some hard racing. And got another big accident here. It seems like those big wrecks waited to the end to happen. We've had 2 back-to-back big ones now, so we'll see if these guys can get a clean run here. I'm sure now they're just thinking, man, can we please get this race over? I do not want to be caught up in one of those cautions.
Yeah, we got a couple of drivers decide to come down pit lane. I see Chad Hitchcock, Jonathan Coombs, and Lance Hill all coming down pit lane. So maybe trying to do a little bit of a strategy play here. Maybe they're expecting cautions to not be over.
Looks like they're racing in slow motion right now. Yes, that 9 of Jonathan Coombs is going to be on the freshest tires in your top 10. He does have to get caught back up here, but it's going to be interesting to see what those fresh tires is going to do for that O2 machine. We know he's got some damage from some earlier wrecks, but once he gets caught back up here, he's going to be rolling in 9th spot. We'll see how that plays out for him if he's able to make up some positions here. We do.
Yeah, we have 9 cars on the lead lap, so this is going to be interesting.
So 9 cars on the lead lap here. We'll see how these last 5 laps are going to go, man. 4 laps when we hit the stripe. As it's going to be Austin Gee, Bradley Wilson last year's. And there comes Jonathan Coombs finally. And he's having to pass all these cars at the last second. He came over the radio and said, how many cars do I got to pass? As they're going to get it sorted out in time. Austin Gee going to get off to that good start. And your last season champion, that 51 of Bradley Wilson, going to file in front of that 43, your original pole sitter, who's currently sitting in that 3rd place spot. Got AJ Green in that 48 machine on his outside. So looks like the caution's already back out.
It looks like Lance Hill.
That's from earlier.
Oh, that is from earlier. Oh, Ryan, sorry, excuse me. Okay, so just a bump around and spin, and no harm, no foul. Maybe a little bit of a checkup there from that with that Jonathan Coombs, David Salter incident. Because it looks like David Salter's got a little bit of a run there. And he's pushing that 02, and that 02 gets up there, and he's got a run on that 38. You're just going to see him go around.
Restart incidents, man. They'll get those tightened up here as we roll through the season. That's just those early season aggression, man. Everybody's wanting to finish good in the first race of the season right now.
Yeah, you definitely on the inaugural race, you want to be the best. So you know, I want to say that this has nothing to do with Chicagoland, but in Bristol, you know, Kyle Busch won in the inaugural Carl Tomorrow race at Bristol. So, you know, hey, it's just one of those things. You want to be a first. You always want to have your name first, so you can say, hey, I did that first.
Yeah, you want to be the guy that wins first in these next-gen cars, man. Gotta pick up that first win of the season. As that 13 machine will get waved around here in just a moment, but this race will be extended to a green-white checkered. So if you're not sure about those overtime rules, you grab the green flag, you go around once, and then you grab the white flag. So one green flag lap, one white flag lap, and then obviously the checkered. So if you grab the white flag, anything after that does end the race. So if you go under caution under the white flag, that will end the race, freeze the field, and that will be your standings. But if you get that caution flag before they grab the white, it will be going to another overtime. That will be overtime number 2. We'll rack the field back up. Give them another attempt. We got 3 attempts at that green-white checkered, so we'll see how the field is able to handle it. We'll see if we need to use 1 attempt or we'll have to use all 3. But with the aggression we've got tonight, I don't know if it'll be over. Might be going to overtime number 2 or 3, but hopefully these drivers are head down and just focused. Really want to get a good finish here.
Hey, what's up, William Brown? Good to have you in the chat, man. Good to see that you actually went to the race today, man. Kind of jealous of that.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a fun time, man. I've been mistaking you all night. I've been calling you the 48 car for about a couple times tonight, and hey, just so used to seeing you out there. But hey, glad to hear that you are still in the league. You're still going to be running this season, and hey, you missed a good race here for the first race of the season, but sure you had one heck of a time out there in Indianapolis today, and I hope you had a good time, man. Just pretty sure that was an awesome experience. Get to see the Cup cars on the Indianapolis road course for the first time in history. That was probably awesome.
Yeah, we've also got Dan Gallant, 3 Dodge Chargers in the top 6. Let's go. And then Josh Carver saying, you guys rock. We're in it for a finish. Rev it up and hammer it down.
Oh, Jonathan Coombs got a penalty on pit road, Chris, so hit Penning. He's going to have to come down this next under the green and serve that penalty. So the 0-2 with those fresh tires, he's not going to get the full advantage of that no more, and that's unfortunately going to be his race for the night. Unless we get a caution right as he gets down pit road.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate for that 0-2 of Jonathan Coombs. A lot of those Sparkle Unicorn cars aren't up here. I say that, and then I see a couple of them poke their heads in back there. So we do got a couple of Sparkle Unicorn guys up still in the race. So good to see them up in here. Like you were saying earlier, Josh, those guys are a handful. I was racing in the Xfinity race at Mid Ohio last night, and I was chasing down Nick Cannon. Couldn't catch him. Couldn't catch him.
All right, overtime number 1, attempt number 1. As Austin Gee going to bring us back to the green. It's going to be that 51 of Bradley Wilson on the outside lane as we are rolling. And into turn number 3, here comes Bradley Wilson on that outside lane. That 51 going to work that outside lane. Too wide here. Coming to the white flag here at the NC Digger. 811 I said that backwards, my bad. 180 as it is going to be white flag. James Morgan, that 43 machine, after early trouble trying to work his way back up here, grab a podium finish, maybe even the win with Josh Abbey as well. These guys who had early troubles, they've worked their way back up here as we've got racing up front 2 by 2. All the way back 3 rows as well. That 43 goes up to make the block on Patrick Inter. It's not going to stick. 51 in the lead. Here comes the 83 back on the inside lane. 51 going to shut the door. And out of turn number 4, it's going to be a race to the finish. It's going to be the 51 of Bradley Wilson taking the checkered flag. Last season's season champion of the Full Throttle Cup Series. He's going to come out in the next gen cars and he is going to say, let me keep it rolling. 51 of Bradley Wilson. He is not done. He is going to pick up the first win of the Full Throttle next gen season, and he's going to pick up where he left off. Ah!
So I want to say that was Jonathan Gooms.
Bradley Wilson's going to run it till she blows, ain't he? Heck yes, man. There it is. Bradley Wilson going to blow the motor and blow the roof off this place. He is going to own Chicagoland for the season. That 51 machine picking up right where he left off. He is going to pick up the inaugural Full Throttle Next Gen race. You see the 5 of Josh Abbey doing a burnout with him, and the 43 of James Morgan up there as well. But we're going to go ahead and run through your unofficial results before we get into your post-race interviews. It's going to be that number 51 of Bradley Wilson picking up the win here tonight with that number 2 of Austin, or number 83 of Austin Gee, excuse me, picking up P2 with Josh Abbey in P3, Patrick Ginter P4 with James Morgan in P5. AJ Green going to finish P6 with Stan Mayberry in that P7 position. Excuse me. Shane Weldon Sr. going to be P8 with Jonathan Coops. Excuse me. P9. Daniel Shipp going to be P10 with Ed DeBauer P11. Adam McKinney P12 with Jimmy Green P13. Chad Hitchcock going to be P14 with Ty McIntosh P15. Lance Hill P16 with Logan Rhodes P17. Colin Forrester 18th. Charles Gregg 19th. Michael Lester 20th with David Salter 21st. Ryan Sword 22nd, Nick Cannon 23rd, Nathan Nickel 24th, Josh Carver 25th, Dan Gallant 26th, Matthew Fitz 27th, and Robbie Bice going to round out your field in that 28th position. So it looks like we have our third and first place finisher just waiting on Austin Gee to get up into the booth, and there he is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and have a word with your third place finisher, Josh Abbey. Joshua Abbey, Chris and Josh in the Full Throttle booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do. How's it going, fellas?
Oh, man, it is going good. That was a hectic night out there. We know you guys switched to the open setups, switched to the next-gen cars this season. It was the inaugural race. Just want to hear from the driver. What was it feel like getting those setups tuned up, getting the race cars rolling here tonight at the first race of the season? How do you feel picking up that inaugural podium of the season?
It feels great. It's a little rough trying to just figure out sets for these cars. They were really loose, especially on the long run. The rear just wants to come out from under you. But we made some good adjustments and helped the cars kind of stick a little bit better. And you see it kind of paid off.
Heck yeah, man. We saw you get into some early trouble in that 5 machine, but you worked your way back up here. Got yourself in that P3. How were you able to carve back to the field, man? You did a good job. And I mean, we know we had some assistance from some wrecks, but either way, still a good job from you in that 5 machine. We saw you making some good passes tonight.
Yeah, like you said, consistency is kind of the name of the game, especially with how these cars are for right now. I lost it early on in the race, got loose, kind of was a saving grace. The caution actually came out. I didn't know if it would or not because I was by myself. But just staying consistent, fighting hard, making adjustments. It was a good team effort. Like I said, some of the carnage and the death kind of really helped out for sure. Once we took some pit, the last set of tires, we kind of committed there and just kind of moved up through the field. Once you saw an opportunity, kind of just took it. Heck
yeah, Josh. Well, hey, you did a great job in that 5 machine tonight, man, to get your inaugural podium of the season here in the first race in the next gen cars. If you've got any final thoughts, any final words before we let you go here tonight, you can go ahead and throw them out there, buddy.
Heck yeah, man. First and foremost, I think these guys, Full Throttle, putting the league on, y'all broadcasting. But I got great teammates, great hardworking guys. Bradley Wilson, James Morgan, Dan Gallant. We like I said, had a set. We worked on it really hard. Good team effort. Shenandoah Shine, Abbey Esports Racing, CGE, Martin Sports. If you want good iRacing gloves, Martin Sports is definitely the guy to go to. I got Primetime Sports Stock, Quest Tech Precision. Overall, it's a good group of guys that were just racing hard. Look, we got the champ on our side. Look what he did again. He won again right off the bat. So you can't get no better than that. But also, at the end of the day, always got to thank the wife. Happy wife, happy life. Unless we do this for a living at times, so I appreciate it.
Heck yeah, Josh! Again, congratulations, buddy. Good team effort from you and the teams here tonight. And hey, thank you for having a word with us. And we hope to be talking to you next Sunday, man. Again, congratulations. And
heck yeah, we'll see you next week.
Heck
yep,
yeah,
see you next week. See you in this Dodge Charger, baby. All right.
Heck yeah, man. All right, well, have a good night.
You too, man.
All right, and that was Josh Abbey, your third place finisher. Going to go ahead and bring in Austin Gee, that 49 machine, or excuse me, 83 machine. Have a word with him. Austin Gee, Chris, and Josh in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, that 83 machine picked up that second place finish here tonight. You picked up the inaugural runner-up, which is, hey, not the best thing to say. That kind of sounded crappy the way I said it, but hey, either way, good job, man. It was carnage out there, Austin. Some big trouble all over the field all night, and you're able to cut your way through it. You kept that nose clean, and that 83 machine finished second. How you feeling after this first open set race, and how was it getting out there in those next gen cars, letting her open up for the first time this season?
Oh, it was pretty good, man. Yeah, at the start of the race, I ended up going like 2 laps down, I think, is what it was. And I ended up staying out of most of the wrecks trying to clear a penalty. But other than that, man, I think that's how I pretty much stayed clean, at least in the beginning of the race. It definitely was carnage, man. Every freaking 10 laps we were under caution. But hopefully we'll get these things figured out. Next week we'll be running good.
Heck yeah, man. Well, hey, you looked good in that 83 machine. And again, like you said, you worked your way back from 2 laps down. You put a really hard fault effort out there. And that 83 machine came out in that second place. You really flexed that muscle there towards the end. And again, congratulations, man, in the first race of the season, picking up that second place of the season. Must feel good for you and the team. And if you got any final words, any final thoughts, final shout outs, or anything before we let you go to here tonight, you can go ahead and throw them out there.
Yeah, just thanks to everybody that putting this together. 811 Dig, appreciate everything you guys are doing for the league. Rev, thank you guys for being awesome. You guys are always looking out. Other than that, that's pretty much it, man.
Well, heck yeah, Austin. We're glad we got to have a word with you here tonight, and always a pleasure to have a word with you, Austin. And hopefully we'll be talking to you next week, buddy. And again, congratulations on bringing yourself from 2 laps back and grabbing that second place position.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Thank you, Austin. You too, buddy. All right, and that was Austin. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. All right, and we're going to be bringing in Bradley Wilson, your winner, having a word with him. Bradley Wilson, this is Chris and Josh in the Full Throttle booth. Do you have a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man. It was like just a couple weeks ago you were winning a championship, and you picked up where you left off, man. That 51 machine right there at the end, it was on rails. And you had that 51 up in the front. How you feeling after picking up the inaugural win of the season? And how did it feel getting those next gen cars, getting those open setups, and carving your way through the field, battling it out, having all those moments you had tonight? We know it was a mess out there at some points, but you looked good. You picked up the win, and how you feeling tonight, buddy?
Pretty good. The CGE set that Dan Gallant made us and Andrew Navarro working together really came to life later. It was short run fast. Later it got really loose, and we definitely struggled for the first 80-some laps with it, getting sideways, losing the pack, losing draft. Definitely had to come back to the pack every couple 10 laps just to lose it again. So definitely was happy that a late race caution came out so we could show our strong suit and bring home the win.
Heck yeah, man. We know it was super crazy out there tonight, Bradley. We saw pretty much cautions every 10, 12 laps. I mean, it was just a pretty crazy race. You were able to avoid some of them. No, you had a little bit of damage on that race car, but either way, you did bring it home. And like we said, picking up from where you left off, man, you were doing what a champion does, and that is getting out there and picking up right from where you left off, grabbing another win here at Chicagoland. So rate the we want to hear it from the winner. You got to rate the next gen car, man. How you feeling going into Dover next week? How you think these things are gonna handle going into next week? You feeling like you're gonna be comfortable going to a shorter track?
Seeing how the car handles, it sucks the cars into each other. Not really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a demolition derby. It's going to be about survival. So we're definitely going to focus on the setup and trying to avoid stuff more than anything.
Heck yeah, man. Well, hey, Bradley, again, congratulations, buddy. You put on one heck of a show in that 51 machine. It's good to see you back in victory lane. Always a pleasure to have you up in the booth, and love to just see you get out there and will that thing, man. Congratulations on the win here tonight. And if you've got any final words, final thoughts, shout outs before we let you go, you can go ahead and throw them out there.
Thanking of my sponsors, ShenandoahShine.co, MartinSports906.com, GTR Simulator, CGE, Chesty Paints, my teammates at CGE that helped me out today, Lee Morgan, Josh Abbey, Dan Gallant, Andrew Navarro for helping making the setup, White Knuckle Esports, everyone back at Shenandoah Shine for helping me learn this car when it first came out, and my dad and my family for always supporting me these years.
Heck yeah, Bradley. Again, congratulations on the win here tonight, man. And hopefully we'll be seeing you and the boys, Sean, again next week at Dover. But until then, we'll just have to get into those practice reps, and hopefully we'll see you shining again next week. But again, congratulations, and have a good night, man. Celebrate the win.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. All right. Well, Chris, we just saw what was probably one of the craziest races I've seen at Chicagoland in a minute. How are you feeling after that 1.5 mile? Just awesomeness.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things that comes down to, like he said earlier, it's all about right now learning the cars. Everybody's still learning the cars. Everybody's still trying to figure out what's going on. What's happening and everything. So it's a little bit of confusion. So it's gonna be a couple weeks. Like we were saying, you heard Bradley say, next week it's gonna be kind of fun to see what's going on, because I do love seeing me some wrecks.
And we do love Dover, man. It's gonna be fun to see those guys out there next week. So make sure to come by 8 p.m. Eastern, new starting time on Sundays here on the Full Throttle Facebook and YouTube page. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of the action. And just want to say a big thank you to the NC811 Dig Company for coming on board for this whole season for Full Throttle, and again presenting you with a beautiful race here at Chicagoland, as we have a lot of beautiful relationships forming with the league, and it's good to see more people interested in these guys, man. Got a lot of talent here, and we'll get it straightened out. Don't worry. Dover might be a little bit of a madhouse. It could be a greatness. You could see a green flag run all night. You never know. These guys are very unpredictable here in Full Throttle, so you never know what's going to happen. But a lot of talent, a lot of mental fortitude that goes into these races, and these guys definitely have the talent and ability to do it. So we'll see how they do come out next week at Dover. So you're not going to want to miss that 8 p.m. Sunday on the YouTube and Facebook. So make sure to come in and check us out. And other than that, I think this is going to be all from me and Chris up here in the Full Throttle booth. Chris, do you have any final words, or do you think we are good to send the folks home?
No, I just want to say thank you to Robbie, David, all the Rev guys. They've taken me under their wing. They've started teaching me a couple of things. So just a big shout out to Robbie and Josh Carver, McKinney, Scrappy, all those guys. Just all those guys, good guys. Just shout out to the Full Throttle guys. Really, a bunch of great guys in this group, and just love to sit down every Sunday and get to watch a race. So just can't wait till the race next week at Dover.
Yeah, well, hey, this is going to be all from us here in the Full Throttle booth. Again, thank you for joining on me and Chris's behalf. It's been a fun one here tonight, and we will be seeing everybody here next week at Dover. So again, check out nc811.org for all your digging, call before you dig. There we go. All your digging questions. There we go. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, thank you to those guys for jumping on board, and thank you to the Full Throttle guys. We will be seeing you next week. So good night. Enjoy the rest of your week, and hopefully we'll be seeing you next weekend. Excuse me.